Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have two aspects in ourselves as living beings. One aspect is the knowledge and other aspect is the action. When the knowledge is represented in action and when actions are the manifestation of knowledge, then we are living the life of a wise man. If our knowledge is not represented in our actions, then we become erudite scholars and philosophers. Who is a philosopher? He who has made a mess of his life and therefore he wants others should not join that mess. He is a philosopher. See? There was, as usual, a husband and a wife. The moment I give this example, I see the brightness. What is the similarity between the wife and the clouds? That was wisdom I received today. When both of them go away, we call it a bright day. So, one husband and one wife. Wife was cooking in the evening, but the child was non-stop creating problems. So she got angry and husband was philosopher. Every husband becomes philosopher if the wife is a genius. So he became philosopher, college teacher, teaching philosophy. So she said, come on, take care of your son. He is not allowing me to do anything. She brought the son, put on his table, take care of him. And she went for doing work. In 5 minutes, the child was quiet. No crying, no nothing. Then the mother felt, what is wrong? This fellow was eating my head. And now he is so quiet. So she was worried whether what his husband has done, because he is a philosopher. So she went. And the child was sitting quiet. How come you are not crying now? You are crying so much with me. What happened? No, Papa started talking on philosophy. I thought it is better to keep quiet. Therefore, if we are having sufficient knowledge to give lectures to others, but when it comes to living that knowledge in our own life, we are utter failure, then a philosopher is born. And this philosopher, he is trying to make the world better by his philosophy, which can never happen. Now the second aspect of our life is action. If the actions are not supported by wisdom and understanding, our life becomes only a mechanical existence like that of a robot. A robot will be doing the things perfectly well, but there won't be any charm in his life. See? So both the things have to come together in a perfect balance. See? It is something like, if a bird has one wing well developed and the other wing ill developed, and if that bird wants to fly, he will go in circle there and there around the small wing, which will become as a pivot, and he can't go ahead or up. In the same manner, if we are only thinking about action without wisdom, And if we only talk only wisdom and never live that in our life becomes a utter failure, and such people end up in depression and disgust. See, friends. And such people have only one thing, and what is that? Complaining about everything in this world. If there is nobody or nothing around to complain, God is all pervading, always available. Then you will start complaining about the God. Why did He create this miserable world? One such miserable fellow came to me. I was in Rishikesh that time. I don't know who he was. He saw me in this Babaji attire, and whenever people look at me, they remember questions. Till then they are happy. It is not their fault because I am a questionable personality. And they are doubtful. So he asked this question, Swamiji, why God has created this terrible world? I said, first of all, be cool. Come, there is a seat here. 2, 3 of you can come in the front. So, I asked him, did God tell you? Excuse me, gentlemen, I have created the world. Did God tell you? No. Then why do you blame God created this world? No, but you people only tell us God created this world. I said, we also tell you are a fool. Do you accept? Friends, we are miserable not in God's creation. We are miserable in our own creation. To live happily is to live in the God's creation. And for that, get out of your creation. Now see, a woman is created by God. So a woman is God's creation. Then out of that woman, different personalities are born. When the father looks at that woman, he sees a daughter. So the word for the father with reference to the daughter is different. And if the husband looks at the same woman, filling the gaps, I don't know what happens thereafter, or anything happens at all. And when the same lady is looked upon by her own son, see, so there are 3 words created by the 3 references out of one lady. See. And who is miserable? The woman is never miserable, and the wife is never happy. So the wife is in our creation, woman is in God's creation. See, friends, then how do we sort it out? Now be attentive. As woman is a common noun, similarly, wife is also a common noun. Then, when we live in this world, we have to accept it, that this is a role that we all have to play in our life. See? And to play a role on the stage, what is required? We must know our dialogues by heart. We must know what type of acting we have to do with reference to what dialogue. And then only the audience will appreciate. Exactly the same way. If you want to live happily in this world, remember, this world is a mega stage. And on this mega stage, you and me are the actors and not the reactors. Normally we react. See? Now see what is the difference between action and reaction. When an actor is acting on the stage, he may be presenting a pathetic, miserable, disgusted, unfortunate character. So he comes on the stage, and by the time the story is developed, and the mind of all the audience is completely clouded by that story, and they get emotionally involved in that. If you want to see this understanding, go to somebody's house when they are all watching their favorite serial. Choti Bahu, Badi Bahu, whatever is going on. Go and watch. And that time, don't watch the serial. Watch them. And they get so much involved in that. And then they start spinning. My daughter-in-law is like this. And then the daughter-in-law comes and says, Mummy, खाने को चलिए. See, I thought he's like that. He must have added some poison. And I see, he must have. So, the audience is always reacting. And the actor is only acting. So when an actor is acting on the stage, crying because of the pathetic condition of the unfortunate person, and he is miserable, not fed properly, and hit, kicked, and everything done, and he was, the whole audience also starts crying. In the modern days, people don't cry with the eyes. They cry with the nose. And not with the cloth, but with the tissue paper. Digital cry. They are no more analog. No analog, no dialogue. It is only digital. And that's why you can delete immediately, no problem. So, when the audience is crying after seeing the acting of the actor, what goes on in the mind of the actor? See? The actor talks to himself in solo talking. You dumb people, you are crying really, and for that you have paid. I am doing only acting of crying, I am not crying, I am paid. See? When you act in life, you never suffer. When you react, you always suffer. So to be happy, what is to be done? Only keep on acting. But how to do that? What you are doing now? As if you are listening. Isn't it? Swami, we come, like in Lonavala, I was having my lectures, and the topic was very deep, probably Ashtavakra Gita. And in Ashtavakra Gita, like Avadut Gita, there is no beating around the bush, like morning class Panchadashi. There is no uber directly dive deep into the consciousness. So when I was talking, very deep subject, and there was one floating population, one Punjabi lady came and she said, after the lecture was over, Swamiji, you are not the same Swami who is in the TV. You are not telling any joke. That day I came to know, people understand that I don't talk wisdom, I talk joke. And if you are in America, they say, Swamiji, you are very funny. You know, in America, funny, this word has got a different meaning. In India, it has got a different meaning. Therefore, we simply act in life. And to act in life, we must have these two faculties properly developed. Knowledge and action. And this knowledge we can get from two sources. One is the regular satsanga as you are all coming. Satsangatve nisangatvam. But how long we have to do this satsanga? How many years we have to do? This is another dumb question. So one Dumbo asked me this question. So I said, look here, I am a Hindi cinema fan. Therefore, एक सवाल तुम करो, एक सवाल मैं करो. और हर सवाल का सवाल ही जवाब हो. Agree? Okay. Then I said, okay, tell me. When I take meals or breakfast in the morning at 7 o'clock, 12 o'clock I again feel hungry. What should I do? Eat. Thank you so much. Such a good advice. Then after I eat 12 o'clock, again at 5 o'clock I feel hungry. What should I do? Eat again. Thank you so much. Then again at 8, 9 o'clock at night I feel hungry. What should I do? Eat again. But Mama, this is not one day story, it is every day. Then eat every day in the same manner. We have to have satsang every day in life. As food is necessary for the body, love is necessary for the mind. Proper thought process is necessary for the intellect. But what happens? We imagine because there are thoughts in our mind, we are thinkers. We are not. See? Simply presence of thoughts cannot make us a thinker. It is something like this. When we go to a forest and we go to a garden, what is the difference between these two, or similarity? Similarity is both in the garden and the forest there are plants and trees. But the difference is in the forest the vegetation is uncontrolled growth. Any plant, any tree will grow anywhere, any way. And all the wild animals and dangerous species are available there. And if we have to go to the forest, we are afraid, is it not? And when we go to the garden, so in the forest also we fall down because we don't know what is there. And when we go to garden, there also we fall down, but in love. Most of the people fall in love only in the garden. And what is the garden now? Garden is that place where every plant is selected, culled, pruned, watered, manured and protected. Every plant, every tree. And therefore, when we go to the garden, it is a good experience. We like to repeat it again. But to go to forest, we are afraid. If this example is clear, are we not afraid of our own mind? We are so disgusted of our own mind that we want to run away from ourselves. And how do we run away? The latest method, iPod. Because they don't want to, they cannot face their own mind. Non-stop bombardment of nonsense sound is required. They alone, they can face their mind. See, friends. Or else we go and watch TV, or else newspaper, or else do some work. There is one lady in Bombay. One day she came. She used to come every now and then. When she will come to my room, in 10 minutes she will make my room so perfect. So I asked, I said, Mama, what is the magic wand you have? When you come, you make my room so neat and clean, so perfect. How can you do that? She said, Swami, I have also got one question. So what is that? How can you make a mess in 5 seconds? So she asked me, Swami, you know me now for last so many years, 20 years almost, you know me. Can you tell me if I am walking the spiritual path properly, or I had to do something, am I going wrong? I said, look here, you have asked a question, I have not told you anything, okay? So I am replying. Answer you discover. I simply reply. And then I told, I said, Mama, you are afraid of yourself. and therefore you are running away from yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Without any mobile, newspaper, TV, iPod. See? The child was very happy. iPhone. The sister was very happy. iPod. The eldest son was very happy. iPad. The father, I paid. He was the most miserable. We keep on running away. Then spend every day, give it a try. Start with 10 minutes. Only be yourself without doing anything. Learn to waste time. Learn. Then you will see what is the meaning of facing our own mind. Oh, this will be sitting. Why not cut something? We can't. See, friends. And because of this, our mind is like a forest. We are afraid of our own mind. There was a great saint on the banks of Ganges. This story comes in Bhagavad Gita. And Yadu, the great king, he happened to visit. And he saw this Avadhuta was comfortably lying, happily, doing nothing. So the king asked, Sir, you don't have wife, children, property, kingdom, army, and treasure. Nothing you have. How come you are so happy? He said, therefore I am happy. See the difference. Our happiness depends on so many ifs and buts. And when we learn this principle, we come back to our own self, consciously. So give it a try. Spend some 10 minutes only with yourself. That experience will be something like when you dive deep in the sea, where there is not a single wave, not while you are on the surface of the sea, tossing up and down by the waves. No, go deep. All activities are keeping us at the periphery of our personality. See, when you sit on a giant wheel and when the wheel goes down, something happens in your stomach, isn't it? Oh. But if you come to the pivot, the center, there is no movement. Unless we discover this center which does not have the circumference, we can never understand what is happiness. Our center has got a very small radius. Take an example. .com. See, from the .com I remember I was in somebody's house and these ladies they put .com. So I asked, I said, hey mama, what is the connection? I have seen many different sizes of the dots. Somebody puts bigger, somebody puts small, somebody puts very small. What is that? Oh, Swami, it is very simple. What is that? The size of the dot is directly proportionate to the love of the husband. So bigger the dot, more the love. Lesser the dot, lesser the love. No dot, dash. So when we are thus in the center and then only 1 inch radius, what will be the size of that circle? Only this much, little bit. Then we add 1 more inch. Now the radius is 2 inches. Center remains the same. Now there will be second circle. Then we add the 3rd inch to the radius. Now it is 3 inches. Center remains the same. 3rd circle, 4th circle, 5th circle. You go on adding. Be attentive. Addition of every circle, does it create a load on the center? See. Can the circle exist without the center? The beginning point of every circle is the center, and yet the center is independent of the circle. Now apply this in life to discover happiness. I, center. I, my wife. The radius is RW1. Now, so small circle. Me and my wife. Very good. Before I got married, only I. The moment a man gets married, then I become sober. Immediately there is a change. So first center I, it is said, before you get married, fulfill all your whims and fancy about your dress. After you get married, it is only the wife purchases a dress and you pay. Then it is said that whatever are your hobbies or liking as regard eating is concerned, finish it before the children are born. After the children are born, everything first for the taboo and then I will pay. So, I the center, I my wife a small circle. Then by God's grace, 2012 calendar is printed. Then I plus my wife plus my son a bigger circle. Then I the center, my wife R1, my son added to R1 plus R2 plus my second son another baby. Now go on producing n number of children. What will be the circle? See friends, the more we expand, the more we include. See. Now apply this principle. Earlier I was living only for me, nothing else. Then I got married, I and my wife, small circle. Then children, bigger circle. Then include your mother, her mother, your father, her father, your grandfather, her grandfather. Go on adding value to the radius. And as you go on including more and more people in your radius of inclusion, you will expand to such an extent. If R1 equals infinite, that will be a circle where there is a center but there is no circumference. See? There is one Subhashitam where it is said, Ayam nijo paro veti gadana lahuchetasam. Those who all the time talk the language of this and that, this is mine, that is hers, you know. I was in Stuttgart, Germany, and my host and hostile both were there. I am always hostel, with the people. So when I was there, one day that hostel, she was a little down in spirit. I said, Mama, what's wrong? Why you are so low in spirit? Swamiji, I am tired. I said, go to sleep. No, not that way. I don't know what to do. I am not able to maintain my yoga studio. So what happened? See, there are no students coming. Then she told her story. I was the first to bring yoga in Germany. I had taught 20 students in my yoga studio. How many years course? No, it was 6 weeks course. How many days per week? 2 days per week. How many per day? Half an hour per day. 6 weeks yoga course. After the yoga course was over, I gave them certificate. Then they started their own yoga studio. And they also produced 20 students. They also started another 20 yoga studios. Today the problem in Germany is we have got all the teachers, no students. Now problem is where will I get money from? I said, where from you got the yoga training? From India. I said, from India you can get students also, import them. So when this lady was so depressed, she was talking to me. Swamiji, he is my boyfriend. Old man, you got boyfriend, got an oldie friend. But they don't get married. They have transcended marriages. So this is my mattress and that is his bedsheet. This is my cup, that is his saucer. This is my dog, that is his cat. I versus you non-stop. Ayam niyo paroveti gadana lagu chetasam. Those who have got a heart of the size of a rat. Lagu chetasam. And udara hrudayanam tu. And those who are udara hrudaya, large-hearted ones, vasudhaiva kutumbakam, they include everything and being as their family. When we expand to that extent, then we will understand the glimpses of what happiness means. See? Take an example. You come from your work, tired, and your briefcase is there, in which there is nothing. Most of these people, CEO, when they carry their briefcases, I have seen 1 or 2 of them, there is nothing in there. Old socks, tissue papers, and nothing else. But when you go to the office, all dumbos. So, when you come home, immediately your wife, she is dressed in the dress that you like. Then she opens the door, she takes the briefcase from your hand and makes you sit down, and she removes your shoes, socks, and takes a warm napkin, wet napkin, and slowly, softly cleans your feet. Imagine that, it doesn't matter. How attentively everybody was. Now, even if you imagine this, that experience is called as happiness. Now, go further. It's not only your house. Wherever you go in the whole world, everybody wants you. Everybody receives you with equal sincere love. See? Bhagavad Gita says in a different language, meaning in the same. Yasmano dvijate lokaha, lokano dvijate jayaha, harsha marsha bhayod vegahi, muktahaya sachame priyaha. Who is dear to me, Bhagavan Krishna says. he never mentions any external signs of a devotee. No .com, see, no U-turn, no railway lines, no electric post, no Vajanti Mala, nothing of that. He says, Yasman no dvijate loka. He, because of whom nobody feels offended, disturbed by his very presence. And he who doesn't get disturbed by the presence or anything that is happening around him, he is my devotee. But we are only at the superficial level. See, Vaishnava means phatapat lagao niklo. See, in South India, those who are the followers of Shaivism, when they come out of the house, they put vibhuti here. It is not necessary that you have to take bath. One vibhuti is there, that means you are fresh. So one day, this happened in Bali. And my host was a South Indian family. So he could not find that vibhuti. They don't keep the vibhuti in the temple. It is kept near the shoe rack. So I am going. And that day it was not there. Oh, where it has gone? So he was very uncomfortable. I said, okay, don't worry. See, that statue is there, Buddha statue. You take your this finger on the forehead of Buddha. There will be one mark and you will get sufficient vibhuti. These are not the signs of a devotee. Our heart has to change. See, friends. Udara Udayanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumba. When we thus expand to include everything, then alone we will be free from hatred, jealousy, frustration, anger, greed, everything. See? All that which is included in the definition of I, we don't hate. I will give you 3 examples. This happened in Delhi. There used to be one girl coming and sitting for satsang every day. And very regular. One day I had to go for breakfast and it happened to be her house. I said, hey, today you also came with me for breakfast. They invited you. So I mean, this is my house. I don't care. I don't know who calls me there. I just go like a pawn on the chessboard. So I said, anyway, you are please come and sit with me. I said, give me your hand. And her nails were very long, and colored. And I was always having curiosity how these long colored nails look like. But I can't go and ask any girl. She will not me out, So this girl, I said, hey, let me see. And then I was saying, hey, they look so beautiful. Have you grown them or you have fixed them from outside and all that? So I was increasing my general knowledge. And then she said, no, sorry, they are not fixed, they are original. And she said, okay, Swami. I said, no, let me play at least for some time. Next day, when she came for the lecture, her nails were gone. I said, hey, why did you cut them? No, Swamiji, I was feeling so awkward, I removed them. Anyway, where are those nails? Give me, I like them. No, I have thrown them. They are so beautiful. Why did you throw them? Be attentive. When the nails are included in the definition of your eye, they add to your beauty. When the same nail is cut, it becomes an object of disgust. Is it not? Ye reshmi dulfe. And when that hair tonic comes in your sabji or dal, someone else. And all our beauty definitions are about that which is dead. Here I have no life. Nails which are cut, they have no life. And they form the beauty aspect. And how much time, money, energy is spent on that? See? Because I includes that. So when they are included in the definition of I, they are beautiful. When they are excluded from the definition of I, they are ugly. This was a gentleman's example. Now I will give you a disgusting example so you don't forget. All of us right now know in our large intestine there is a huge collection of fecal matter. You may be having high BP, either bowel pressure or bladder pressure, and you think about it. You don't get a sense of hatred or disgust. Try. You cannot. But the moment it comes out, you don't want to look at it. Without looking, you flush it out. Why? It is separated from I. So if we really want to lead a happy life, don't exclude anybody from your life. See? That is what our scripture says. Love everybody. Now the question is, how can I love everyone? Yes, there are techniques. One technique I tell you. Those who are elder than us, we must have respect and reverence for them. Respect and reverence for the elders is called as love. When we respect or revere somebody, that somebody is not benefited. It is the one who gives the respect, he is benefited. See? Once I was going somewhere in Himalayas, probably Badrinath or Kedarnath somewhere, two bus roads, and at Rudraprayag we stopped for a cup of tea. So I also came out of the bus and relaxing, like that. Somebody gave me a cup of tea or coffee. So I was taking so many other people. So one lady saw, oh, Babaji, free namaskar, free Ashirwad. She came, she did namaskar. Do you think others will keep quiet? Like a sheep flock, one after another, big queue. And there was one doctor with me in that. She was from Delhi. She was the head of the department of radiology. Very rigorous student. She said, so many unknown people are coming and doing namaskar to you. How do you feel? She asked in English because those people should not understand. So I said, please hold my cup of tea. She ended. Then I told her, I said, Mama, stop. I said, see, she is my mother. To the doctor, I told, she is my mother. I did namaskar. I said, now you tell me, you should do namaskar to the son or to the mother? Maharaj ji, maa ko namaskar karna chahiye. When you do the namaskar to a mother of a Mahatma, you get bonus also. Yes. So the whole queue was diverted towards her. I took my cup of tea and made her. And she was nailed there. Now she can't go anywhere. And when we had to go, I was avoiding her. I knew what is coming. So I go and sit in the other bus. She will say, Swami, don't run away. So I am coming in this. No, I won't leave you. You are so nasty. Why did you do like that? I said, Mama, you asked me a question. I replied. When unknown people do namaskar, how do I feel? How did you feel? those who give respect and reverence, they are benefited, not those who receive. If this we don't understand, and we claim ourselves to be digitally intelligent, it cannot be. Now expand this thought in your heart. We go to a temple. There is one stone idol. Many times if you go to Ashtavinayak around Bombay, Pune, all the Ganeshas do not have any shape. Like the sumo type, all are no shape. We have to imagine this is Ganesha. But those who go there with respect and reverence for the Lord, is Ganesha benefited or the devotee is benefited? Those people who do not have an altar of respect and reverence in their life, they are most unfortunate people in this world. We have to have an altar of respect and reverence. Those who have lost their elders, the last elder in the family, you see what happens to that family. They become like, like a kati patang. They don't know. Earlier, the same old man was a problem for them. The moment he goes, then a big vacuum happens in their life. See, friends. Therefore, when we have to include everyone in our definition of I, we have to love everyone. And love doesn't mean giving in writing, I love you, thank you. See? So, respect and reverence for the elders. Now, to revere and respect somebody, we require some qualities. You can't respect a dog, see, unless you are a Westerner. So, we have to find out something great in that person. So, like we find out something wrong in everybody, let us attempt to find out something great in everyone. And there are techniques. First is called as the Shudra technique. Shudra doesn't mean scheduled caste. It is a wrong translation given by the government. Shudra technique means those who are living only at the body level. From that point of view, anybody who is elder than us by age deserves respect. Doesn't matter who is he. Whether he is our servant, whether he is a watchman, whether he is a cook, it makes no difference. Elders must be respected. See what happens. When we respect somebody, we address respectfully. Suppose, like I address everybody, Bhagavan, Prabhu, Mahatma Ji. After I say to somebody, Mahatma Ji, after that, can I use a loose tongue? Can I say like this, Mahatma Ji, ek aisi lagaunga? I cannot. See? The moment you address respectfully, you will never behave like an animal. And if you address in a very bad way, बेवकूफ बैठी You cannot say like that. So let us find out one or the other excuse how to respect others, and one excuse is somebody is elder than us in age, it is more than enough. The other day I went in Bangalore to see one Mahatma, and he is Rasta, having wife, 2, 3 children, ashram, everything. I read his book and all that. I was very much touched by his writing and all that. And when I came to know he is there, so my friend, I said, hey, you find out if we can go and meet him. So his secretary told her, no, there is no time, there is too big a queue, you can't come like that. I told him, we will not go. Then somebody heard that conversation, and then again a phone came. No, please let Swamiji come whenever it is convenient to him. Immediately changed. I don't know why. So I said, Swamiji, we should not go now. I said, why do you make a prestige issue? It is my need to go. Don't make prestige issue on small things. Okay, Swamiji, we will go there. We went there. And then we had to stand outside, so we stood there. And then, oh, please come and sit inside. And after that, when we went, so I went with the flowers, a garland, a shawl, some fruits. So when I went, and he said, no, Swamiji, you are a Swamiji, I am just a grahastha. I said, whatever it is, but I have come to take your darshan, so I must do this thing. Please allow me. Then I put the mala and shawl and touched his feet and did namaskar and everything. We spoke for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, when I went out, then my friends came and said, go and take prasad. So they took prasad. That time that Mahatma told me. He said, I have met so many Mahatmas and Swamis and Maharaj. I never expected him to come and touch my feet. Why he did like that? So my friend said, Swami, our Swami is very peculiar. We also never understand him. Please remember, when you respect somebody, even your enemy will bless you. And this is my hobby, to collect blessings from the elders. The real strength of our life is the blessings from the elders. Find out some excuse how to respect and revere somebody. Our attitude changes. Then we start understanding the meaning of love. This is with reference to elders. So if we start respecting everybody all the time, what will be our experience? All the time we will be happy. See, when we go before the Lord, Badrinath, we travel and go and stand there before Bhagwan Badrinath. We go to see him, but we close our eyes and we stand. That time, what is our experience? Do we feel disgusted, tired? No. That time we are so happy. And who is happy? Only he who has got respect and reverence for the Lord. And those who come here with the photographic camera and find out what it is like, they never get that experience. Therefore, where is happiness? Happiness is in a reverential atmosphere of your heart. It is nowhere outside. Discover that, friends. Discover. See? In your own life, there must be someone whom you hate from the bone marrow of your femur. Now remember him or her. How comfortable you are feeling? How many? No, I don't like to. And on the contrary, if we have got this reverential feeling, you are at peace with yourself, and those who are at peace with themselves, they alone are at peace with the whole world. Remaining in peace with the whole world is remaining happy all the time. So first excuse to respect, revere somebody, that find out if somebody is elder than us, wonderful. He deserves respect. Second, if somebody is wealthier than us, rich, this is Vaishya Buddhi. First one, Shudra Buddhi. Second is Vaishya Buddhi. Somebody is rich than us, he deserves respect. Normally what we do, we know kahan se aaya. Now what business we have got to evaluate somebody? Are we CBI agents? We are not. See, this is what normally happens. You will see, once I was somewhere in Guwahati, me and my friend, very nice person. He has got big audience and all that. He was driving, I was sitting next to him. We had parked the car and we had to take out. And there was one, some kind of a card to be pulled right in front of the car. And one man, one coolie was there. He said, please remove this card, we have to go. Why should I remove? Amir log hai, aap hatao. So my friend got out and slowly removed the card and he started. See, the poor people have got a very negative, disgusting approach toward the rich people. By that, the rich people don't suffer, the poor people suffer. Why should we have jealousy? See, jealousy is the worst kind of virus. You can't delete it. Therefore, friends, if somebody is prosperous, we should be happy. And this is the simplest way. If you are happy in the happiness of others, nobody can make you miserable in this world. See? So, the second thing, if somebody is rich, prosperous, we should be respecting him and that will give us happiness. If we are jealous, we cannot. Now, third thing, if somebody is able to control masses, leader class, see, if somebody is leader, can you control? I can't control even my wife. See? And if somebody is controlling big crowds, whatever he or she may be, from our point of view, he deserves respect. Let us not have that negative approach. Oh, our ministers are corrupt, bad. By saying this, you are spoiling your mind, friends. In Bombay, many years before, there was a big conference. And in that, our Swami Maharaj was also one of the speakers. About 5-7 Mahatmas sat. And one Mahatma spoke very ill about Swami Maharaj. Very ill. And when his turn came, all the people in the audience, they were boiling with anger. And one person came and told, Maharaj, give him left and right. Maharaj simply smiled at him and he continued his talk without giving one reference to what he has said. And after everything was over, they, all the commandos around, this is Maharaj, why didn't you give him left and right? He said, look here, if I speak ill about somebody, my mouth is spoiled. Why should I spoil my mouth? Suppose I abuse you, you Beowulf. So where is that Beowulf word in my mouth? See how intelligent it is. In the same manner, when we hate somebody, that hatred first burns us and then others. And the most beautiful part is, when you hate somebody, that somebody doesn't know you hate him. So he comes, how are you? And he says, and he doesn't know that. So the one who hates, he suffers, not the one who is hated. Therefore, if somebody is any way superior than us, he deserves respect. And the last one, if somebody is jnana-vruddha, if somebody is superior to us in knowledge and wisdom, whatever may be his age, he deserves respect and reverence. These are the 4 approaches. How to respect. And once you take this approach, the net result will be, our mind will be at peace. And that peace is like what? Like a baby lying on the lap of the mother with a tongue in the mouth. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Amutha Murti. Is so happy, content, secure. that experience is called as happiness. Happiness is not the morning laughing club member. Ha ha ha. Like somebody has given a chabi. That is not happiness. It is a noise pollution. Now, after we dealt with the elders, now we come to the contemporaries. Those who are our contemporaries, our age group, how to love them? We have to be friendly with them. Don't be a friend to a friend. Be friendly with everyone. When you are a friend to a friend, you are bound by that friendship. But if you are friendly with everyone, you are free and yet you are at peace with yourself. Now the third people we come in contact to extend our love are those who are younger than us. Those who are younger than us, love towards them means forgiveness. If the youngsters will not make mistakes, then who will make? They have every right to commit mistakes. And we the elders have every right to accept them as they are, rather than making an issue out of it. You know why this is important? When we forgive somebody for whatever he or she has done, we erase the dents and damage created on our mind because of that person. Forgiving is deleting that person from our mind. If we don't forgive, whole life we carry the burden. And that one burden is enough to spoil everything in life. See? Therefore, these three things and the fourth. There are very many unwanted criminal elements in the society. How to love them? We have to remain totally indifferent towards them. We are not having any authority to condemn anybody in this world. See? One day, one person asked this question, Swami, suppose a terrorist comes and he asks you, what should I do for you? What will you ask him? I said, I will ask him that, my dear friend, can you give me that commitment that you have for your cause, that quality of commitment for my devotion to the Lord? We may condemn them, but see the quality of their commitment. So if we keep this process of learning intact from every experience of our life, we will grow wise. So every additional experience will add wisdom to our life. And those who grow wise, they alone are happy. And those who grow old and otherwise, they are miserable. And such people have only complaints. Today's children, today's youth is useless. It's not useless, they are useless. See, friends. Today the calamity and the problems that are in the whole world, they are not created by youth. They are all created by oldies. Take any minister in the whole world. Problems are created only by the elders. And then the next generation is handed over another problem to solve. See, friends. Therefore, if we learn even from the criminals, there is something positive in them. Let us learn from that. See, the commitment of one terrorist cannot be compared even hundreds of government officers put together. If we learn that, we will never hate them. Take whatever is best and leave the rest. In this manner, when we expand in our definition of I, we include everything, we reject nothing. This is what in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna showed Arjuna Vishwarupa Darshan, which includes everything, not only goody things. Initially, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna showed his divine form, Chaturbuja, and all the gods and apsaras and everything, all the heavens and all that, till then Arjuna was very happy. Oh, nice, so nice, so nice. And then when Bhagavan showed his Ugra Rupa, there Arjuna was frightened. Bhagavan, oh Ugra Rupa, who are you? I am frightened. Our definition of understanding is only goody is Bhagavan, badi is not Bhagavan. That is wrong, friends. Other than Paramatma, nothing else is. If health is supported by the Lord, disease is also supported by the Lord. If the riches are supported by the Lord, poverty is also supported by the Lord. If wisdom is supported by the divine principle, the colossal idiot is also supported by the same reality. See, friends, but what happens? Our attention naturally goes on the differences and not the common denominator. So discover this common denominator and then include everything. See? Then there is no categorization. This is important, that is less important. No. Like we are in our body, whole body. Now do we have this kind of feeling that with the right hand I eat, therefore it is a very holy hand. And the other hand is for the other hand, it is unholy hand? No. If there is something wrong with the mouth, I should take care. If there are piles, who cares? See, friends, for I, as much the blisters in the mouth are valuable and worthy of taking care, so much the other end I give attention to. Because everywhere I alone is. When we thus expand from the small existence and include everything in being, see the beauty of life. Thereafter, we understand what Bhagavan says, Name dveshosti na priyaha, samoham sarva bhuteshu, name dveshosti na priyaha. For me, everyone is the same. With this understanding, living 24/7 is a way to happiness. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya